Hello everyone, this is Vortex259. How's it going today? I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. And I thought I'd start off today's episode by checking on Cache and our new town. You know, it's been a while since we've come by here, so let's just go inside and see if the town has changed much since the last time we were here. And it looks like it has. Look at that. There's a new building that's been constructed. And there's a couple of new people we don't recognize. Let's go down here and talk to this man. He says, well, I didn't know about this town being here. I found a good trading partner right here. You have to earn business by going out to get it. Yeah, that's right. So I guess he sees business opportunity here in this town, which is definitely a good thing for a thriving new town. And here in the southeastern corner of town, a new building is being constructed. Hey, is that Cache? Our dealer that we left here? It sure is. Hello, hero. It's me, Cache. I'm going to have a theater built right here. Well, it looks like they're even building entertainment facilities now here in this town, so that's definitely a good sign of a bustling economy. And there's a new house that's located on the southern edge of town here. If we go up the stairs, we'll find that it now belongs to the old man that started the town. And he says, town, it keeps getting bigger. I'm excited to see it grow. We owe it all to you. Yeah, we sure are great, aren't we? We brought you a dealer, and the town is now growing and flourishing. Well, over here in the western part of town, there's a lady that's over here. We talked to her. She thinks this will become a big town. So I guess she packed her bags and moved here because she likes big towns. And you might remember the item shop. It was only offering 2 items for sale the last time we were here. Well, guess what? It's now offering 4 items. In addition to the leather hat and the healing herbs, you can also get repellents and warp wings. So they're gradually expanding their inventory, it looks like. And again, over here on the eastern edge of town, they've constructed a new inn, so you can stay here now and recover your HP and MP. And let's go down here and talk to this soldier that's staying at the inn. He tells us about the Gaia sword, which is a sword that embodies the power of the earth. It is said to make mountains quake. I want it, but I don't have the foggiest notion where it is. Wow, that Gaia sword sounds really powerful. We may have to see if we can find that in the future. That could definitely aid us in our quest, I'm sure. Well, let's look underneath this bush right here and find another token. Another chance at Pachisi, which is always good. Alright, well, it looks like this town is doing great, but we'll definitely be coming back here again in the future to see if the town will grow even further than it already is. I'm sure it will. But in the meantime, we've got some more exploring to do. What we're going to do today is explore a couple of new islands. You might remember in our last episode we visited the House of the Pirates, and they told us about a tiny island to the southwest which is called Luzami. It's actually this little speck of an island right there, so that's actually where we're going to be headed next. So what I'm going to do is just have Hero cast the return spell, and we're going to return back to Aliahan Castle. That's probably about the easiest way to get to Luzami is from Aliahan. So let's get in our ship and start sailing like we did to the pirate's house, except we're going to go just a little bit further south before we turn east. Now let's see here. Let's just check our map. Yeah, just maybe a little bit further south, and then we'll turn east right here. Should be getting pretty close. Well, look at that. There it is. A tiny little island with a shrine. So let's go inside the shrine and take a look around. Well, I'm guessing it's inhabited. Somebody had to build those bridges there. Oh, look at that. There's a lady standing in front of the town. There's the welcoming committee. She says, this is Luzami, the Forgotten Island. It's been years since the last time a traveler came before you. Yeah, I guess you don't get too many visitors if you live way out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, let's explore the eastern part of town first, I guess. Let's go up into this building. And up these stairs, and we find... Well, look at that. It looks like an astronomer looking through a telescope. Let's talk to him. The ground under our feet is really round, and it's always spinning around. Because the ground is spinning, the stars and the sun appear to move, but no one would believe me, and I was banished to this island. But even now, the ground is spinning round and round, and furthermore, it's round. As such, if you travel south from here, you'll soon arrive at the icy continent of the north. There is a small grass patch on the continent where an odd old man lives. He should still be there, so look carefully for him. Yeah, we'll definitely go down to the south and see if we can find that icy island. And I guess the developers of the game kind of made a salute to Aristotle, who basically provided evidence that the Earth was round, and probably also to Galileo there. He was actually put on trial and imprisoned for suggesting that the planets revolve around the sun, believe it or not, back in the early 1600s. So that's kind of cool. Well, let's go up into this building here and take a look around in here. Looks like there's an old man in here. Let's talk to him. I see the future. I've waited a long time for you. The Demon Lord's temple is deep in the mountains of Gondo. You shall hurl the Gaia sword into a volcano, and a new path will reveal itself to you. Well, we just heard about the Gaia sword in Newtown, and it's definitely going to be an essential item for our quest. We're apparently going to hurl it into a volcano to make the path to the Demon Lord Baramos open up. So, looks like the story's starting to come around here. You might remember Hero's father Ortega died in a volcano while searching for the Demon Lord. So, it looks like the end of our quest may be nearing. Well, let's check the bookshelf here and find a muscle book. And I think there's another one. Is it on this one? Yeah, there it is. There's the Lucky Book. I think that will change your personality to the Happy personality. Alright, let's check east of this old man's house. You see that crack in the dirt there? If we check where the crack is, we can find tiny metal number 53 there. Alright, continuing to explore, let's go across this bridge and find a lone gravestone. We'll do a little bit of grave robbing here and find a luck seed hidden there. I'll use that off screen on one of my characters. And looky there, there's an item shop. I'm glad you visited, but unfortunately I have nothing to sell. Yeah, I guess FedEx doesn't fly out this far, do they? But he'll sell me a rumor that he heard about the Gaia sword. Apparently belonged to a man named Simon. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. Oh, and he's not going to charge us for the rumor. Well, that's cool. Alright, well that's pretty much all we can do here on the island of Luzami, but what we want to do now is go find that icy continent just a little ways south of here, but it's actually in the Northlands. You can see where we're located, where the feather is. We're actually going to go visit the continent of Greenlad now. It's this continent right up here. So we just have to sail a short distance off to the south in order to find it. So let's get in our ship and head that way. Apparently there's an odd old man living there. And look at that, we're here. So we've made it to the icy continent. Hopefully the heroes remembered to pack a winter coat. And we've got a new enemy here. This is the Iceman. Looks like the Iceman cometh here, and they can breathe cold air and damage all your party members. So we'll just have Hero and Glenn attack, and they're probably going to be weak against fire, so I'm going to use the Bolt Rod for the Firebane spell, and I'm also going to have Matt cast Firebane on them too. There we go. Matt defeats the last Iceman. We get 303 experience and 222 gold. And there's the patch of grass we heard about, so let's step in here and see if we can find an odd old man. Now, this is kind of tricky. Last time I came here, it took me a while to actually find the HUD, but we were going to do a kind of a wiggle worm type thing here. And I think the HUD's actually in the northeastern corner. There it is. Looks like we found it. So let's go in here and talk to this old man. He says, it's been years since I last saw anyone. In fact, not since the time the pirates left me an odd bone. Oh yeah, you might remember the pirates in our last episode told us about leaving a bone in the possession of an old man, so this must be the man. You think he'll give it to us? He says, no matter. Do you know of this change staff? Nope, I've never heard of it. It's a staff that transforms people into other guises. Supposedly, it is in the possession of Samaneo's king. If you have the final key, you will be able to go to Samaneo through the Traveler's Gate. So he wants to do a little bit of bartering with us. I'm guessing he wants us to trade the change staff for his sailor's bone. So we're going to have to go to Samaneo in order to find that. Well, real quick here, if we check in the dresser, we can find tiny metal number 54 waiting there. And in the second dresser, we're going to get a silk hat. So a couple of good items there. Alright, well that's going to be just about all the time we're going to have for this episode of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. Found out lots of good information today about the ending of our quest. So the next time we meet, we're actually going to take the Traveler's Gate, which is located just south of the continent of Greenlad. It's located right about here. And we're going to go visit the Kingdom of Samaneo and see if we can find a change staff. So thank you very much for watching today's episode of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Vortex 259. We'll see you again next time.